Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, student.
وعليكم السلام.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة.
So last time we were studying this chapter number 5. Chapter number 5. And in chapter number 5, you know that this chapter is related with the laws of motion. The laws of motion. So in this chapter, we were studying that how we can apply the laws of motion in different situations. This was our task that time. So we have applied on some situations, and now we will see the next situations are what. So in the next situation, the situation is, it is written in your book in example number 5.8 that weighing a fish in an elevator. Weighing a fish in an elevator. So this is our topic. So in this article or in this example, we want to measure the weight, but in an elevator. Elevator mean lift, which we are using normally. So here, if we have an elevator, this is the box of the elevator lift, and some person is here.
Doctor, we can't see the screen.
You cannot see?
Yes.
Okay, just wait. Ah, yes. Yes. Now you can see?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I'm not taking an example of a fish in an elevator. I'm taking an example of a person who is standing in this elevator. So if any person is standing in an elevator and this elevator is at rest, it is not moving up, not moving down. So we know that the weight of the man or any object is vertically downward, and its normal reaction due to this floor is upward. So what will be the net force? So actually we want to explain the net force here. So net force is upward forces minus downward forces. N minus mg is equal to net force. We can write like this one. And N minus mg is equal to net force mean ma, because it is moving, it has acceleration or not acceleration, because it is at rest. So that's why acceleration is 0. So when acceleration is 0, the whole factor will be 0. So N minus mg. So it means it is equal to mg. But remember, N is not always equal to mg. We will see in some other situations that how N is changing. But here N is equal to mg. Okay. One thing. This is the first case. In the first case, the lift or the elevator is at rest and the person inside the elevator is like this one. Okay. And the equations of motions are like this one, because acceleration is 0. One thing. Now, the second thing. Second case is this one. If this is the elevator and same is the person, weight is acting vertically downward and normal reaction is upward. Now we assume that the elevator is moving up. So when elevator is moving up, we can write the equations N minus mg is equal to net force. Okay. So N minus mg is equal to net force is ma, and N is equal to what? Mg plus ma, or N is equal to m is common, a plus g. So it means the weight is increasing. So this acceleration, which acceleration with which this elevator is moving up, is adding in the g. So when any factor is adding in the mg, so it means the weight is increasing. So remember this one, here the weight is increasing. Okay. In the third case, now the elevator is moving down. It is suppose in the third floor or in the fourth floor, and the person is standing here and we are moving down. This is the mg, and this is the normal reaction, the same. But what will be the equations of motion? It will be mg minus n. Now it is mg minus n is equal to net force. So net force mean ma. So you can write this equation, mg minus ma is equal to n, and n is equal to m is common, g minus a. So here you can see the weight is decreased. So this factor is subtracting from g. If we are taking the value of g 9.8 and acceleration is 1 meter per second square, so the total answer will be decreased. But here if we have 9.8 and acceleration is 1, then it will be increased. So this is the third case. Now the fourth case. In the fourth case, this is the elevator, and this elevator is in the fifth floor or in any other floors, and this is mg and this is n. And we have discussed this case in the previous slide, that if it is moving down, then n is equal to mg minus ma. So n is equal to mg minus ma. So if the cable which is supported by this elevator breaks, surely this elevator will fall freely, free fall motion. So when it is free fall motion, then it means that this A will become G. When this A will become G, then you can cancel and N is equal to 0. So N is equal to 0 mean what? No, this is the question. Now we can define weight. Weight, normally you are defining that W is equal to mg, or you can say weight is a force with which the earth attracts a body towards its center. But this definition, from this definition, we cannot understand the concept of this one. You can understand the concept of this one if you have a weight balance. Either it is digital or it is analog. So suppose this is analog balance and its needle is here, it's 0. So when you put your feet here and here, the needle is moving in this direction. So when the needle is moving in this direction, it is showing your weight is suppose 75 kg or 80 kg or 90 kg, whatever it is. What you are doing, you are pressing this. I'm using the word press. You are pressing this machine, this weight balance machine. Okay. So when you press, the needle is moving in this direction and you have a weight. If you don't press anything, your weight will be 0. So what's happening in this situation? If the cables are broken, you are pressing on this floor, but with the same G, the elevator is moving down. It means if you put here a balance, weight balance, and the cables are broken, you can see that your weight here will be 0. So remember, when you have a weight, when you press the weight balance machine, otherwise you have a 0 weight. So this is the condition of weightlessness. It is called weightlessness. This is the condition. Okay. After this, now we have another situations. The other situations is, this is called Atwood machine. It is called Atwood machine. Atwood machine mean what? Atwood machine mean that if we have a pulley, this is a pulley, and this pulley is attached with some support here, and a string or a rope is passing on this pulley, and here is one mass, and this mass is M1. And with the same this string or rope, the other side is here, and there is another mass, and this is M2. Okay. So the weight is acting vertically downward. The tension is away from this pivot point. This is a tension. The weight is acting vertically downward. The tension from this pivot point is upward. Now this is called Atwood machine. One thing. Now we want to apply Newton's laws. In this case, you can see the both bodies are hanging vertically. If M2 is greater than M1, then this will go down with acceleration A, and this will go up with acceleration A. They have the same acceleration because both bodies are connected with the same string or rope. Okay. Now we want to write the equation in this side or in this side. Okay, let's see this part. So you can write that M2G, it is going down. So that's why M2G minus T is equal to net force, and net force is M2A. This is for this side. Now for this side, it is moving up. It means T minus M1G is equal to M1A. Now we have these two equations. So from these two equations, we can find the acceleration. So if we add these two equations, this is negative tension, this is positive tension, this will cancel. And minus 2G minus M1G is equal to, I am adding this one, M1A plus M2A. So if you solve this one by simplifying M1 plus M2 into A, and this is G into M2 minus M1, so you can divide it by M1 plus M2, and here M1 plus M2, this will cancel. So acceleration will be M2 minus M1 into G divided by M1 plus M2. This is the acceleration. If you want to find the acceleration, you will apply this formula and solve it and get the answer. One thing. So if you want to find the tension, so what you will do? You will put the value of acceleration in any of this equation and solve it. So here I am writing this equation first and then putting the value. Okay, let's see. So the equation is T minus M1G is equal to M1A. So T minus M1G is equal to M1, and A value is what? So A value is M2 minus M1 into G divided by M1 plus M2. So this is, I just put the value of A, which we have found previously. So T is equal to M1G plus M1 multiplied by this G into M2 minus M1 divided by M1 plus M2. So here you can see M1G and M1G is common. So you can take the common 1 plus M2 minus M1 over M1 plus M2 like this one. You can write like this one. So when you solve this one, M1G, by taking the LCM is M1 plus M2. So this is M1 plus M2 plus M2 minus M1. So this M1 will cancel with this M1 and we have M2 plus M2, 2M2. So the answer will be 2M1 M2G divided by M1 plus M2. So in this way, you can find the tension of this system. One thing. Here you can see that both the bodies are hanging vertically. Now, if one body is horizontal and the other body is vertical, then how we can solve this situation? So the situation is this one. This is the table. On the table, this is the body and its mass is M1, okay? And it is connected with the string and here is a pulley. And over the pulley, the string is passing down and here is another mass and this is M2, okay? So again, we are supposing that M2 is greater than M1. So if M2 is greater than M1, it will go down and it will go in this way with same acceleration, okay? So here the tension is this side. Here the tension is this direction. Here, this is M2G and here this is M1G and the normal reaction is this one. But here we have no normal reaction. So N is balanced by Mg. So the body is not moving in the vertical direction. It is only moving in the horizontal direction. So what is the equation of motions in this, on this side, only on this side? So T is equal to M1A because this is balanced by this one. Only the tension is providing to accelerate this one, M1 into A, because it is moving horizontally. Okay. So this is the equation for this side. Now I want to write the equation for this side. So what we will do? M2G minus T is equal to M2A. This is the net force. Okay. So you can write this equation. You can solve the equations for acceleration and for tension. Now for acceleration, this will cancel. If we add the both equations, number 1 and number 2, so answer will be M2G is equal to M1 plus M2 into A. So A is equal to M2G divided by M1 plus M2. So this is the formula for acceleration. Okay. Now you can put this value of A here and find the value of T. So the situation here is different than the previous. One body is moving horizontally and other body is moving vertically. Okay. After this, I am discussing the situations. Remember this one. This is very important because the question can come from any situation. So the other situation is acceleration of two objects connected by cord. Acceleration of two objects connected by cord or rope or string, you can say. So here, these two objects, they are connected by a string or a cord, but they are placed on an inclined plane. This is the inclined plane. So in this inclined plane, here is a pulley and the body, one body is here. Okay. One body is here. The tension will be up and this is M1, and this is M1G. And the other side of this string is like this one, and it is connected with this body, and this is M2. Okay, this body is moving down, suppose, and this is moving up. Okay, then the tension at this point will be this one. This is the tension, and this is the tension here. And this inclined plane, this is called inclined plane. It is making an angle theta. So what you will do? First, you can see this side. This is the vertical side. Okay. So in this side, the body is moving up. So T minus mg is equal to m1a. This is our first equation. Now we want to make the equation for this body. This body is not like this one. This body is not like this one. It is not falling like this one. It is not placing like this one. But this body is placing like this one. So you know that weight is always acting vertically downward. The normal reaction is perpendicular to the surface. This is perpendicular to the surface. And the component of this weight is one is this one and one is this one. If this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. So this component will be what? This component will be mg cos theta. And this component will be what? mg m2g 2g sine of theta. Okay. Now we want to write the equation. So the equation will be what? It is moving in this direction. So it means m2g sine theta. Sine theta direction is this one. Okay. m2g sine theta minus this tension direction is upward minus t is equal to m2a. So this is our second equation. So you should understand that if any body is making some angle, then we have to make the components and write the direction of that component and then write the equation. So here you can see that the mg component is this one, and this component is responsible for the motion because n is equal to m2g cos theta is balanced. It is balanced. So the body is not moving in this direction. It is only moving in this direction. So who is the responsible to move the body in this way? m2g sine theta. Okay. So here you can see the n is equal to m2g cos theta. But in the previous slide, last time I have explained that if the body is here, then this is mg, then n will be what? N is equal to mg, but it never is n is equal to mg. But if the body is placed on the inclined plane, then it is n is equal to mg cos theta. So there will be some theta involved. So if you solve these equations 1 and 2, you can find the value of the acceleration. You can find the value of the tension. Now, this work you can do yourself. This is easy job. It is not a difficult job. I think so. Just add the equation and solve for acceleration. So when you got the acceleration and put the acceleration here and then solve for the tension. Okay. After these situations, there are some inclined plane situations. I just want to, before this force of friction, I just want to discuss that situations. Okay, let's see. Because the problems are concerned with these situations. So I'm discussing about the inclined plane situations. Okay, let's see. If the body is horizontal, it is placed horizontal, and the force is acting like this one. One force is acting like this one and making an angle theta. And the other force is acting like this one parallel to the horizontal. So if you want to write the equations, what you will do? You can write the equation. First make the components, this and this. Label the diagram, mg and n. So this will be f cos theta. This will be f sin theta. Now I want to write the equation. This plane is horizontal. It is not making any angle. So when you write the equation, you can write the equation that this f is in this direction plus f cos theta is also in the right direction is equal to net force. Net force means MA. This is one equation. The second equation is upward forces is equal to downward forces. So the upward forces are what? N is upward. And this component is also upward. So plus F sin theta upward. Who is downward? Is equal to mg. Or you can write that minus mg is equal to ma. The body is not moving in the vertical direction. So acceleration will be 0. If acceleration will be 0, this factor is equal to 0. So the equation will become n plus f sin theta is equal to mg. So this is your equation for this system. Okay, after this, I am discussing the situations and this will be helpful for problem solving. Okay, now I am going towards this inclined plane. This is the inclined plane making an angle theta. The body is here. Okay. Now the force is acting like this one. If the force is acting like this one and making some angle theta, this is the force direction, making some angle theta, and he is asking find this force and other parameters are given. What you will do? First, you will make the components. How to make the components? You can make the components along x-axis and y-axis. One is this component and one is this component. So now the question is, what is the direction of that components? So the direction, this will be here and this will be here. And this is angle theta. Okay. So this component is f sin theta because front of theta is sine. And this component is f cos theta. Now this is clear. The other forces are what? mg, vertically downward, and normal reaction, upward, parallel to normal reaction. One component, now we are making the components of mg. One is this one and one is this one. If this angle is theta, this angle is also theta. Now, I make like this one. So this is mg cosine theta. And this body always try to move down. So the direction of this component will be this one, mg sin theta. Now everything is clear. Now you want to write the equations. So first write the equations along this plane. So along this plane is, we have f cos theta and mg sin theta because this is along the plane like this one. And this is along the plane. So f cos theta is in this direction. So f cos theta minus mg sin theta is equal to net force and ma. One equation is this one. The other equation is y-axis direction. This is x-axis direction and this is y-axis direction. So n is upward. Okay. And downward is what? mg cos theta minus mg cos theta. And this component is also downward. Minus f sin theta is equal to net force. And net force is here in the y-axis, acceleration is 0. So we will put here 0. So this is your other equation. Now, I want to just tell you how you can solve the problems of inclined plane in different situations using Newton's laws of motion. Okay. After this, again, the inclined plane case. Now the force is not acting like this one. The force is acting like this one. So what you will do? It's making an angle theta. Again, mg, normal reaction. Like this one, it wants to make downward. Okay. And theta, theta, and make the components of this one. One is this one, one is this one. Now you can write the equations. Okay. So in this way, brother, you can write here. The difference is this one. This is upward. This is also upward. So this plus this is equal to downward. Downward is this one. Mg cos theta is equal to mg cos theta. Other equation will be the same. Okay. The other situation is what? Situation is this one. The force is acting like this one. Here it is like upward, here it is like inside, and making an angle theta. So make the components. Here you can see the component direction is upward, but here the component direction is downward, and this side. No, you can solve it. And making other forces. This is N and this is mg cos theta, and this is mg sin theta. So these are the situations which you should understand and solve the problems after labeling the forces. Otherwise, the problem will be difficult. Okay. After this, the forces of friction. The forces of friction. So how we can define the frictional forces? The frictional forces is this one. When an object in motion or at rest, when the object is at rest or in motion, in any medium. Here we are discussing the friction of solids. This is solid object, and this is also solid. Okay. So when you apply the force, the frictional force is opposite to the applied force. This is applied force, this is the frictional force. And this friction is due to the interlocking of these surfaces, these surfaces, because you cannot make a surface very smooth. It has some roughness. So due to this roughness, there is a friction. You have done one experiment, this Lezuja. In that experiment, you know that here is a liquid, and this liquid is maybe the glycerine, and you throw the ball. The ball is going down. When the ball reaches here, it will face the frictional force. This is solid liquid friction. But here, solid friction. Okay. So we want to study only the solid friction here. Okay. If the body is at rest, then friction is called static friction. Static friction. And F of S is equal to mu S into N. And this is equal to mu S into mg. This is a formula. Here mu S is what? Mu S, you can see that it is Fs over N. So mu S is actually the coefficient of friction between the two surfaces. And this we can find it experimentally. Experimentally we can find it. But its value is almost, mu s value is almost 0.879 or maximum 1 maybe. This is called static friction. So static friction mean what? Static friction mean this is the body. You are applying the force. You are applying the force. Suppose this body needs 10 Newton to move, but you are applying a force 5 Newton. The body is not moving. The friction is static. The friction is static. If you apply 9.99 Newton, the body is not moving, but it will offer to this force a maximum friction, and that is called limiting friction or maximum friction. So here you can see a graph between the applied force and the force of friction. It is like this one. So if you are applying 9.99, it is not moving, but at this point is reached, and this point is 9.99. But when you apply a force 10 Newton, then it is balanced. It is not moving. But when you apply force more than 10 Newton, then it will move and its frictional force will decrease and it will be like this one. So this portion is called static. Static means the body is not moving. And this portion is called kinetic. The body is moving. So if you apply a force of F is equal to 15 Newton and this body can resist for 10 Newton, then there is a friction, and this friction is called kinetic friction. Kinetic friction. The body is moving, but there is a friction. Here the body is at rest. There is a friction. So remember, the formula is the same in the kinetic friction, mu k mg. This is the formula we are using. Okay. After this, you can understand this concept in another way. This is the body B and this is the body A, which is moving over it. If you are applying a force in this way, so the frictional force is always tangentially along the surface, this one. So A is moving forward. Suppose A is moving in this way. A is moving forward towards right. Then B will exert a force in opposite direction. So A is moving forward mean A will see, I'm writing, A will see that B is moving backward. Surely, when A is moving forward, then what he will see? He will see that the point B or the surface B is moving backward. Okay. And B exerts a force on A. So frictional forces always exist in pairs. So remember, frictional forces always exist in pairs and they obey Newton's third law. Newton's third law. So this is all about the frictional forces. So this chapter is almost end, and we will just solve the problems about the frictional forces and many other problems, and let's see what happened. So this is the total lecture today, and next time, inshallah, we will solve more situations of this chapter number 5, and maybe the next lecture will be the last lecture of this chapter number 5, and then we will start chapter number 6. Okay, so if you have any question, any problem, you can ask me.
Doctor,
Yes.
can you send the file that contains the problem for chapter 4?
Chapter 4, I have already uploaded.
Where?
On the YouTube.
I mean the problem,
Yes, problem. Yes, yes. You
the
can,
file.
yes, the file. Yes, you can see and check.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so if we have no more questions, then see you in the next lecture. Okay,
Thank you, Doctor.
okay. Assalamu alaikum.